Alright, what's good, YouTube? We're gonna be playing some Fortnite today, but at the same time, we're also gonna do a story time, right? What happened to my hand? I know it's been a crazy question that no one's been asking, but and nobody probably cares. But I'm gonna say anyways, because it's really why I started doing this in the first place, like the YouTube and streaming and all this. So let's get straight into it. So basically, hold on, let me kill this. Sorry, bro. Alright. So why am I here? What happened to my fingers? Like, what's wrong, Alex? You gonna be able to have your fingers back soon? What happened? So basically, for work, right? My family owns a tree company. Like, we cut down trees and shit, trim trees, all that jazz, you know. And I also have my own company doing that with my dad. And I was at work, like, probably it's coming up on a month now. I was at work, and it's one of those days, you know, like, you don't, in this line of work that I do, like, you can't, it's really good money, but it's like high risk, high reward. Like, if you're not mentally there for even like a single second, like, your life can change. Like, you can die pretty much, right? You don't like fuck around with trees, chainsaws, power tools, all that. Like, it no joke. Get fucked. So it's the morning, right? We get up early to go to work, like 7 a.m. It's early, you know, I'm taking my morning shit, whatever. And I'm just like, I have a super bad feeling. I'm like, nah, we shouldn't. You know, I'm technically a subcontractor, so like, for me, if I don't go to work one day, it doesn't matter. I technically don't have a boss. You know, I go, I learn the trade, I get paid. You know, it's pretty simple. Oh my god, it's pretty simple shit. Oh. Fuck, that distracted me. Yeah, but pretty simple shit. Like, if you don't feel good, don't go in. You know, it's better to just miss out on a day of good pay or a long day with good hours, rather than like alter your life. You know, because you're not trying to get paralyzed or like fucking lose your memory or some shit from falling out of a tree. You know. So since I'm relatively new to the trade. Still a ground guy, so basically all I do is, like, you know, use a rope sometimes, help rope shit down out of the tree, cut up some logs, you know, all that jazz. And we get to this job, right? And it's a nasty one. Like, ash trees, for those who don't know, like, ash trees are a mess, super dusty, and it was a dead one. It was huge. It was like on this really like small tight road, super nice house, like on a hill like this kinda. So it was really just a bad job to begin with, but you know, we don't back down from shit, you know, we're just like that. What the? Yeah, I can manage with that. Okay. So we get out, we get ready. You know, I'm still feeling like shit this morning. Just not a good day in the head. I wasn't thinking straight. Didn't get a lot of sleep the night before, to be fair. And you know, I work with a variety of people. You know, we have a pretty small crew right now. But some time went by, you know, I was throwing some shit in the chipper, you know, typical day, pretty straightforward, simple shit. But I was just like, the day kept going, and just what thing by thing kept pissing me off, you know? Fuck. Yeah. Okay. Kept getting pissed off. You know, whether it was like something like a chainsaw wasn't starting, or like there's too much going on, like whatever. I get overstimulated pretty easily. So we're on the job site working. Like an hour or two goes by, and you know, it's just there's so much going on. Like this specific day, we had like a pretty big crew. So it's like there are people like stepping over each other and like people getting in the way and shit. And I'm like the youngest one there. Like these are grown ass men that I'm working with. And so I'm just like, bro, like I cannot keep up with this shit. And on top of that, I hadn't had a good night before, and that morning was just going really bad. So this log comes down, right? And it was like I was standing there and I was like, okay, like I'm gonna take this log to the chipper. So I pick it up, and it's probably about like, logs don't look like they're heavy, but these motherfuckers will be like 12 inches long, like this thick around, and be having you like trying to catch your breath and shit. So this log was probably like 6 feet, this big around. So it's not like 6 feet, yo, not 6 feet, not 6 feet. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Not 6 feet. It was like, I want to say like 4 feet long, like this big around. So I walk over with it to the chipper, and I'm just like fucking pissed. And then the guy who controls like the skid loader machine, like he had a log and he wasn't looking, and it bumped me in the leg, and that shit made me so pissed. And I was like, bro, I had a huge bruise there, and I was just like, you know how they say like don't drive when you're, or don't operate any type of machinery, like obviously when you're under the influence, but also like when you just don't feel straight in the head, or like when you're really sad, or like you've seen those memes like your girlfriend just broke up with you and now you're like with your friend in the car and your friend's scared for their life because you're speeding, whatever, that kind of shit. And these chippers like are no joke. Like they're huge, and they don't stop for anything, you know, unless there's like a big bar in it you can press to reverse it, and that's about all the control you have on it after something goes in there. So I take this log, and it's kind of shaped a little weirdly. Throw it in there, just super pissed off, not thinking about, you know, if I should have just cut it up first, because it was kind of shaped a little weird. And the thing with chippers is like, you have to, they straighten stuff out before they actually go in fully. And I was on the left side of the chipper. You're usually supposed to throw shit in from the right side of the chipper because, I don't know, you just have more, it's easier to control it, and I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. I don't know exactly how to explain it. And you just have like more of a better angle, I should say. So I throw this fucking thing in, and it just snaps back and basically just smashes like 3,000 pounds of force, bruh. And this shit just smashes my fingers, and I'm like, oh, keep in mind, this has happened to me before, like, not to this extent, but like, stuff happens where like like a little branch will snag you, and it's like, fuck, like it hurts. It's kind of like getting hit in the face with a dodgeball, right? And your nose stings, but except on your hand. And so I was like, oh, this is just another one of those, but it hurt extra bad, and I was like, oh, what the fuck? And I rip off my glove. I had never gotten more than a paper cut. Never gotten more than a paper cut or stubbed my toe or anything. Never broken a bone. Right? I'm pretty much like, I popped my cherry. This fucking... I look at my hand. Dude, I can't even... This shit was so fucking traumatic. My ring finger was just like hanging off. Like this top part right here, pretty much right here was just hanging off. And I was like, what the fuck do I do? Because my dad's up in the tree, right? He's cutting down the branches and shit. And then the other guy that works with me is down here, and like he doesn't speak very good English, and like so he didn't know what to do. He was like, oh shit, because I showed it to him, and I didn't know what the fuck to do, because I was like, there's no way you can't just put a band-aid on this, right? And I was like panicking. I was like, oh my fucking god, what do I do? And they went to go get the fucking the med kit, bro. That's crazy. I guess it is a med kit, like the one aid kit or whatever. And I was just laying on the ground, and my dad was holding my head, and he was fucking freaking out. Like, he came out of the tree, and it was like all the adrenaline. Like, I didn't have too much pain. Like, the initial impact hurt, obviously, but then I was just freaking out because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what the next step was, and like no one there had seen anything like that before, and so I was like, oh my god, what the hell do I even, like, I felt like I was kind of responsible for it, right? And one of my family members that owns the company, my dad called him. And he kind of rushed over, and the people that we were doing the job for kind of came out, and they were like, oh my god, like, do you need an ambulance? Like, what? Oh my god, we're so sorry. And I was like, yeah, I want an ambulance, because I was fucking scared. Like, I did not know what the fuck to do. So they call the ambulance, right? They keep asking me all these questions. I'm like, bro, just fucking get here. Like, I'm sorry, I know you need information or whatever, but just get here. So they had the address, they came. But the firefighters got there first, and they didn't, like, they're trained clearly, but like they aren't like medical like professionals, you know. They're just the fuck? They're just like first responders, you know, so to keep me safe and like regulate my vitals and stuff. All that. Once like fuck, dude, I keep losing my train of thought, bro. I'm so horrible at telling stories. Yeah, so the firefighters got there, right? And they're holding my head up, and they're like, okay, what happened? 'Cause they thought I got hit by in the head because I was laying down by the tree, like with my hand up. And they were like, okay, we have to clean it, and we have to put it, like, we have to wrap it up. And I was like, oh fuck. Like, I knew that shit was gonna hurt because my bone on this finger was broken. Like, it was just hanging off like this. And I was like, if they have to put it back, like, it's gonna hurt. So, you know, like, your fingertips are super sensitive. Like, they have so many nerve endings. Like, blind people use them to read Braille. Like, all this, like, you can feel super light touches with your fingertips. So, you can only imagine how much feeling, like, I had up there. And they had to rinse it off with water. And this was like an open wound. They poured water on it. Man, I will never feel a pain like that again in my life. I don't care what it is. Like, I just know there's not much worse than that. Like, that fucking... it felt like I got struck by lightning or something. Like, that just, like, shot up my entire arm, down my back. Like, it hurt so bad, dude. It was, like, such a stinging pain. And then they put it back together like this. And they wrapped it the fuck up. And then the ambulance got there, you know. Shit sucks. No, don't. Oh my. Hold on. The ambulance got there, you know, they picked me up and they were like, hey, can you walk? And I was like, yeah, because I didn't get hit in the head or anything, you know, it's just my hand. Keep in mind, not trying to toot my own horn, but I didn't shed a single tear, bro. I didn't even pass out, right? So, the ambulance comes, they get me up. They would get me in the back of the ambulance, and I had seen a little bit of Grey's Anatomy before, and this shit was like, I thought this shit was fake. Like, I don't know. They get me back there, they ask me hella questions, and I'm like, bro, like, I was kind of panicking a little bit, because I was like, I don't know what hospital I go to or anything, and they were like, okay, we'll just take you to Mercy then. And I was like, okay. I might have just doxed myself, I don't know. But, so they take me to the hospital, and they give me some pain medication, right? They give me, I think first they gave me ketamine or something like that. They injected me with some, and that was, I don't know, dude. Like, I didn't like it at all. Like, I'm not a very, like, substance-heavy person. Like, I never have been. Like, I've had my fair share, but, like, I struggle with anxiety, so I don't really fuck with that kind of shit. And I just, like, it made me just so, like, just completely out of it. The fingers still hurt, like, fucking bad. But the thing is, like, it kind of distract. I think the main point is not to take the pain away, but to distract you from it, kind of to dissociate. So they injected me with some ketamine and then with, like, fentanyl or something. And I was like, oh, hell nah, bruh. I was like, please don't, and they were like, okay, it's fine, it's the good kind, you know, like, you don't got to worry about it. Try some shit again, you dumb little fucking bitch. Anyways, this is like 10-minute ride. I'm talking to this fucking EMT or whatever. His name's Kyle. I remember him. He was super dope guy, super nice. Got me to the hospital, blah, 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 all that jazz. You know, they had to get all my info, take x-rays, all that shit. By this point, like, I'm just chilling there, you know, and I know, like, I'm not dying, so I wasn't the #1 priority, but man, what the fuck? The fuck, dude? Yeah, so I'm waiting there for like 2 fucking hours. The nurses keep coming in and out, asking me different fucking questions. I'm like, can we do something about this, please? And they finally were like, okay, we're gonna give you some sutures. And I was like, okay, sounds good to me. I knew they were gonna give me I was like, can I have some anesthetic, please? Like, I'd rather not feel that. They're like, okay, sure. Dude, these needles, like this fucking big. Pause. They had to stick me like 4 different times, right here and right here. Like, cause it just wasn't work. Like, my body was just fucking absorbed it like that. Like, I'm just like that, I guess. Fucking absorbed it. And then they had to stick it down inside of my finger where the wound was. And I was like, oh my god, you gotta be lying right now. Twice. And I was like, dude, like, I cannot do this shit. I was screaming at this point. I was like, dude, this shit hurts so bad. Basically, they gave me sutures, whatever. I felt my finger, like, come back together. It was the weirdest feeling ever. And then I found out that this one was broken too, my middle finger, and I was like, dude, like this cannot get any crazier. Yeah, that I was right. It didn't get any crazier than that. But yeah. Now I'm in recovery, right? I got surgery like. The hell? Yeah, so fuck. Now I'm in recovery. I got surgery like a couple days later, which was pretty quick. I'm really lucky. I got a super good surgeon and everything. They repaired my finger. It looks like pretty much nothing happened, which is super cool. Oh my god! Yeah, but there's a pin in my finger right now, and they gotta take it out tomorrow, and I'm like, bro, that shit's... I'm kind of nervous for that, but, you know, how it go. Yeah, and it's really, for me, it's just, that's why I started this, you know, I started watching some stuff, and like, I was like, hey, why not? I want to try something new, you know, and I really fucking love this shit. It's super fun. I get to do what I love, playing video games. Like, who doesn't love to do that? And that's pretty much how the story goes. Let's catch this dub though. Oh yeah, and I was saying, like, for me it's a little, it just sucks because I play the saxophone and I'm like, I really love it. I've been playing since I was like 10, and now I'm 18, and like, so it was just kind of, I was kind of freaking out about that. I was really, one of my biggest fears is losing limbs, and I was really scared I was gonna get an infection or like lose my hand or lose my fingers or something, because yeah. Yeah, give me a second. I'm almost gonna win this game. Just leave it right there. But thanks. And yeah, that's pretty much like the extent of it. The pain's pretty much gone now. It's just kind of inconvenient having my finger like this. Okay, let's catch this dub, but I don't know where the fuck the people are at. Damn, I didn't even know I was in top 3. That's sick. But yeah, sometimes I lose my train of thought and shit, if you couldn't tell. It took me forever to tell that story. But I got it done, you know? All the loops out, and then I still got that shit done, bruh. I don't fuck around. I love me a story. Yeah, I know? Okay. That was corny, bro. Ain't no way, bro. I fucking hate that thing. Come on, bro. Where you at, bruh? Damn! Let's fucking go, bruh! Let's go, bruh! Let's go, bruh! With the story time too, man. Let's fucking go. Let's go, bruh. Catch that dub, baby. Sabrina Carpenter for the win.